4 คนผมมา4 คน4 คนผมมา4 คน4 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 คนผมมา4 คน4 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 คนผมมา4 คนเพื่อนทุกคนสนใจผมแน่ฆาตกรคนไหนวะแน่ไปบอกมันแน่ที่มา4 คนผมน่ะชอบเดินนำเขาก็เพราะว่าเรานั้นมีของดีพวกเราซัพพอร์ตดีๆนะพวกเราซัพพอร์ตดีๆไปบอกเขาทีที่มา4 คนตั้งใจจะมาปั่นไฟช่วยกันให้ไว้คนละไม้ละมือช่วยกันเอาให้โลกรำลือช่วยกันเอาให้โลกรำลือว่าเรานั้นลือมากัน4 คนว่าเรานั้นลือมากัน4 คน
ได้ฟังแล้วก็หมั่นไส้คิดว่าแน่หรือไงมากันแค่นี้ทำหน่อยได้ไหมไอ้ตีพูดจาอย่างนี้ไม่เคยตายหรือยังไง1 คน2 คนก็ยังไหว3 คนก็ง่ายๆสบายๆแค่4 คนจะตีให้ตายทุกคน
ข้อแรกก่อเจ๊กมันไงมันถอนสวายมั่นใจอีหลีคนที่2น้องเมกนามอนชอบวินซุกซนลบเก่งซะไม่มีคนที่3คลอแดดนั่นแล้วชอบกินมันแก้วหิวไว้ดีคนที่4แล้วก็คือตัวผมเด้อคนที่4แล้วก็คือตัวผมในเดอะไว้น้ำมนต์ผู้นำทีมคนนี้
4 คน4 คน4 คนผมมา4 คน4 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 คนผมมา4 คนเพื่อนทุกคนสนใจผมแน่ฆาตกรคนไหนวะแน่ไปบอกมันแน่
ที่มา4 คนโบราณเขาว่าเอาไว้รวมกันเราตายแยกย้ายเราก็ตายอุ๊ยตายพูดผิดไม่ใช่รวมกันให้ไวจะได้ตายพร้อมกันคลอแดดเธอก็พูดไปรวมกันเข้าไว้จะได้รอดกันทุกคนจะได้รอด4 คนที่กับดักขึ้นมาเมื่อใดเรียกเจ๊กนั่นไงตดไวอีหลีอย่าสิได้ตัวหล่อสักคนน้องเมกนามอนจัดให้ค่ะพี่น้องคลอแดดที่ชอบช่วยเหลือน้ำใจเหลือเฟือดูและเป็นคนดีคนที่4ไม่ใช่ใครที่ไหนเด้อคนที่4คือจะไว้นั่นไงซึ่งเครื่องเสร็จไว้เปิดสปอร์ตมากเลย
พวกเราจะไม่ไปไหนร่วมมือร่วมใจอัพแรงให้ได้ทุกคนพวกเราต้องรอดทั้ง4 คนพวกเราต้องรอดทั้ง4 คนจะซ่อมเครื่องวนจนกว่าจะพอใจจะไม่ไปไหนเพราะเรามา4 คน4 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 คนผมมา4 คน4 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 คนผมมา4 คนเพื่อนทุกคนสนใจผมแน่ฆาตกรคนไหนวะแน่ไปบอกมันแน่
ที่มา4 คน
Help me, Tom Cruise. Hello, everyone. Well, that was invigorating.
That was marvelous. Thank you very much, Berry family, for your spectacular musical.
So, at this point, we should probably state that we really hope that all of this was proper and appropriate, because we have no idea.
No, we have absolutely no idea. So, if there were any complaints, do feel free to forward them to Matt.
Actually, you can send them directly to Paul.
Yes, Paul. Send them directly to Paul. Let us know what we did wrong and what exactly we can do to make amends, and we will do everything we can to do that.
There you
go. Until it's proved to be horrendous, I thought it was amazing.
I had a great time.
Hello to all our wonderful supporters in Thailand who are having good fun. But that is where that comes from.
Thailand.
Indeed, the land of Thailand.
All right, I don't have the program for today. Could you end it over? Thank you very much. Well, that was dismissive. Hellos and introductions. Was that done? No, we allowed. We did introductions.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm the creative director.
I'm Dave, I'm the lead designer.
And I'm Mathieu, I'm the producer on the project. And today, the news is I will actually be leaving you in a moment. But not forever.
Oh,
just
okay.
for a moment.
That was
No, I'm
really
actually,
big news.
I have my bags packed and I am ready to leave for San Diego to go to TwitchCon to go and meet people from the Twitch, I guess. And I'm looking forward to it. I expect it's going to be
I
great.
do hope so.
Yeah,
Happy for
but
us.
originally I thought maybe I would leave the great Mustachio here as a potential replacement, but I felt that an actual robot built for pleasure might be better.
Pleasure bot.
So
Interesting.
Paul is gonna take my place.
Oh, that's great.
That's a
With
great
those
introduction.
mustachio, every time you click on mustachio, does he go soon?
No, actually, and
I
he's
should do
he's
that.
got no batteries in at this point, so he's inert. I think is important. And whenever I build robots, I always make sure to put a switch on them
That's important.
because of the robot uprising that I
Whoa.
expect. This one, you just pull the thing, and
not
the
a
batteries
switch.
are not connected. No, but it's even better. You just pull. And
Detach.
It's like an emergency trigger.
Override.
So there. So I will let you to bring people the news of Dead by Daylight, and I will skedaddle.
You should get out of here and get on your
Do
plane.
that.
I will do that.
Say goodbye.
So Paul, you're up.
go. Here we go.
There you go.
Hello, Paul.
And he's,
Hello, Paul.
Welcome. Sorry
Hey.
to have to follow a robot.
be more appropriate than me.
I'll try, but I just want everyone to know I am not really replacing Matt because he's irreplaceable.
There you
Okay?
go. All right. I'll make a note.
All right.
All right. So news, Dave. What? No, this is not even the list of things we're going to say today. This
No,
is a
I
different
have
list.
that
Okay,
list.
good.
You should have printed your list.
No.
So
Just printed questions.
if you come to TwitchCon, come
Oh.
say hi.
Yes, please
You can
do.
recognize me.
Yeah.
I'm the guy with the face. And I'll be wearing my hoodie, which got the Dead by Daylight stuff on it. And then I might have pockets full of delicious codes. So there. Is that it? Is that all I have to say?
That's
Yeah,
all you
pretty
have
much.
to say.
Okay, I'm jumping on the plane. I'll
Get
be
on your
watching you on my phone, so be good.
Watching me, watching you.
So
I think
there.
that was on the list, actually.
Yeah, the only news that we had was TwitchCon and Comic Con.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Will be a Comic Con too.
Just a
New
heads
York
up.
Comic-Con, of
yeah,
course.
New York Comic Con. But
You
just a
were
heads up for
famous.
TwitchCon, if you are there, starting tomorrow, look out for Matt. Please do. And if you're in cosplay, even better for you because he may have some pretty cool goodies for you guys.
I'm
So,
pretty certain he
Yeah.
does have some cool goodies. His
So,
weight
New
limit.
goodies.
Yeah.
His
So
bag is filled to the weight limit with codes.
so look out for him. Find him.
And what about Comic Con? Yeah, New York Comic Con is
Next week, we'll be there. We'll have
Who's
a booth.
going?
Myself. Dave,
Yeah, I'll be there. Matt's gonna be there.
Matt will be there, and maybe even Olivier might be there as well.
So we have a booth. We have something set up there.
Yeah,
or-
we have something. It's not a booth per se, like at PAX.
Not a
or-
playing
Yeah,
the
not
game
a
booth.
playing.
Okay, it's not a
booth, but
demo booth.
We'll definitely be there. and
But you
we'll
can
be
find us
answering-
on the floor.
Yeah, answering questions and things like that. You can come take pictures and all that cool stuff.
Yeah,
gonna be
you
fun.
can find out
Yeah.
more. It's going to be
Lots of
great.
All right. That's it for the news.
Oh, no more news.
So
Sorry.
we actually have to tell everyone who our mods are. So
Oh, yes, do
just
that. We do miss
verifying who is here today. Pretty sure Murph is there. So
Murph
we've
is
seen
there.
Murph,
I've seen Murph.
as always.
Hello, Murph.
Bucket, Clyde. Clyde is here today.
Hey, welcome back.
Louis L. McLean is there from Behavior 2. Sassy UK and Suggestive. So that's all the list of mods today. I tried to make Sujin or Faded. You might know him as Faded. The moderator is our moderator on Steam 2, but couldn't make it happen today for some reason.
Due to technical difficulties?
Due to technical difficulties.
There have been many technical difficulties today.
I just don't have the rights.
I think
do
it's in the
this.
universe today. Something's up with the magnetic fields.
That's it.
It's
So,
been a
hello
disturbance.
everyone. So, the first thing on my list is investigation. Want to
Oh.
talk about that?
Well, I think it's clear that an investigation had to happen. There have been a couple of really quite serious, not so much complaints, but very serious questions. Just so you know, on the dev team, we take comments very, very seriously. And
course.
when we have allegations of certain inappropriate nature, then I think it's important that we do an internal investigation, we get to the bottom of it, we find guilty culprits and punish them as quickly as possible. And I think the most important part is that we're fully transparent with this process. So we did a little behind the scenes filming of the event, and we'd like to share that with you now, just so that we're all clear.
Today, we are kicking off a deep dive, a very in-depth investigation of what led to the now infamous Campfire Dildo situation, as we call it internally.
Situation that occurred sometime last week. It was the first time we'd heard about this, and so it became very important for us to launch a very serious investigation into how this happened, and we need to go and speak to the art team and find out a little bit about just whether or not this was intentional or just what the hell is going on here.
We know what everyone's trying to talk about.
We have questions for you. We need a straight answer. No mucking about this time. What about that Campfire Dildo situation?
I don't know. I have no idea what to do.
We'll now ask Johnny the question. Johnny, how did it come about that we had a dildo in the campfire in the lobby?
I would probably say one of the survivors dropped it. When I first heard of this, I did take a quick look, and there may be a branch somewhat resembling this phallic shape, but I think people are a little
About reasons to create the now infamous Campfire Dildo.
It was the task I've been assigned to do.
Oh,
That's why.
you're just doing your job, following orders.
possibly the phallic-looking branch that they may be referring to.
I heard you might have something to bring to the very serious investigation we're doing right now into what led to the very infamous Campfire Dildo problem.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe it's the revenge of the old art director, I don't know. That's what everyone's talking about. Right
That's
there.
a rack of Oreo.
In here. Okay. This may be what's in question.
We need to dig deeper.
So there'll probably be a follow-up at some point. More information will be gone. Anyway, there's a little look behind the team on the floor and meet some new people. Maybe you haven't seen them before, or maybe you saw them at various events that we've done. But yeah, there's a little look at our art team. We'll be investigating someone else later.
Deeper, I heard.
Well, you never can tell what Matt's going to do.
Anyways, yeah. So it's a thing now. Dead by deeper. Okay, so next on the list is things that are on its way. So things that we're working on right now. Since I'm the only one with the sheet.
You are,
Yes,
but we can follow
So
up.
I have 5 things.
Oh, can
actually
I just
to
stop?
talk
Can I
about. Yeah,
just
absolutely.
stop? Sorry to interrupt. I know I do it all the time. There was a question saying, who is Paul and why is he here? And
Oh,
what does
wow.
he do? Because he missed the introduction.
Okay, so yes, I'm Paul. I am the marketing manager here at Behavior Digital for Dead by Daylight. And that's what I do. And why am I here? Every now and then, I do a lot of talking to the community, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And they thought it would be a good idea for you guys to see me, get to know me, ask me some questions, and yeah, so that's why I'm here. I'll be popping by every now and then.
Yay.
There we go. Welcome, Paul.
Usually giving codes, so no codes today. because you're
That's
here
right.
today.
No, because he's here. How can you give codes from here? It's too complicated. It's too complicated. Go, Dave. Sorry. I
All right,
apologize.
so first point on the list is Matchmaking Lobby updates. So, yeah, well, this thing happened on Friday, and it broke things, and it wasn't fun for anyone. It wasn't
Yeah.
fun for us.
Nope.
It wasn't fun for you.
No.
So we had to fix it. And some fixes came all week, which is encouraging. It's still not perfect. We're still aware of some because we've implemented more analytics in these hotfixes. We're still getting more data out of what is going on sometimes so that the lobby doesn't work or doesn't feel fast enough. So we're still working on it. There's one of the hotfix just went live just before this stream. So if you want to try it and give us feedback, that would be nice. It also gave you some sort of a, when we said we prefer that you play and that matchmaking is not too close to your rank, so that you don't have to wait too much. So it gives you a little bit of the how it would actually be long.
I mean, that's it. Like, I mean, I think the one thing that I've certainly found with the matchmaking changes is that I am now ranked with the losers that fit my appalling
most
standard.
of the time.
So, like, I am now having better games with better killers. I mean, it's better, but we knew that there is a trade-off between wanting to get into a game quickly and playing versus playing with the right people and having the best possible experience. So we will be continuing to tweak this matchmaking to try and get a better balance, because maybe at the moment we're waiting too long in certain circumstances, not long enough in others. Or we'll get the balance right. We'll keep working on it until we get it. So we're going to continue to hotfix things and try and improve this matchmaking as we move forward.
Yeah. Why didn't we catch that in the public test?
This is a good question.
Yeah, because we just didn't have enough people.
I mean, we caught so many bugs in the PTB that we
totally
would not have caught at all unless we did it. But that's the nature of game development bugs, especially when there's up to 14 to 20,000 people at a time playing. You don't see them until you scale massively. So we scaled to the PTB. We found a whole lot of stuff that we wouldn't have found, and then we scaled beyond it, and we hit some new stuff, which we're hotfixing as fast as we can.
All right. Second point is Twitch chat.
What did it say? Was it fun?
No. There's a code, but it's not a code. Like
no, I know
it's
a
code. No code.
There's
no code today.
There's no code today.
It's not a code. No code today.
Point 2, progression. That's something that we're working on the design side at the moment. We heard you, and it's actually something that now that we have more information about the game and the length of the games and the amount of points average that people are making, progression is a grind, and it could be way more fun if you could progress faster in the game. So it's something that we're looking at right now, and we're making some changes for the best. I think that everybody's going to enjoy.
But I think that's the overall point, is that we want to increase the speed of progression. So the goal is that maybe our grind is too long.
Yeah.
And we want to speed that up to make it more fun.
Exactly.
Especially as we add new things in, like we did at the previous chapter.
Absolutely. There's more and more things to do and to grind. So yeah, obviously this needs to scale. So that's going to be good. Point number 3, new chapter.
Oh.
So a lot of people on the team is working on that. A lot of people are working on bugs. It's something that I'm not mentioning here, but there's also a lot of people working on bug fixing the game. But we are working on a new chapter as well.
That's right. We'll hopefully have something to announce on that in due course. But I think what we can say, I think, is that we're quite excited about the potential level design implications of the new chapter.
Yeah,
I think in as general a way as I could say something out loud.
The map is called the Cheese Factory. It's all vaults everywhere.
It's literally
crazy.
They are actually cheese.
Cheese Factory.
So cool.
It's incredible. No, I think this one's really cool. It's gonna enrich the existing gameplay in a very dynamic way. It's very different. It's got a lot of. It's a very different way to play it and understand how to play the map. I think it's very cool, and I think the way all the different killer powers are used on this map. We've tried out a lot of the killers, but with so many permutations, it's going to be fascinating.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm very excited about it. You excited about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and the fans, once you guys finally get to play, it'll blow your mind.
There you go. It's going to happen.
Can we say any details about it?
No.
No. Wow.
And I'm finally here today to be able to say no.
You
This is why Paul is with us today, in case me and Dave accidentally say something. No, but it's very cool. It's very fun. It's very interesting. It's different. It's going to make you change your play style, and it's going to be good.
Yeah. So there you go. Point 4.
Numero 4.
The Shrine of Secrets.
Can you talk about the Shrine of Secrets?
Well, I just did.
Oh, well, then I guess we better explain something about it.
Okay. So we talked last week about modifications to the Blood Web, or an addition to the Blood Web. So without going into much detail, which we're going to do later in another Twitch, this is something that's coming. It's a way. The Shrine of Secrets is a way to unlock things in the game out of the Blood Web. So it's a new way to get teachables, for example.
Mm-hmm. For example.
For example, it's a main example. Oh, we'll get to it.
That was exciting.
We'll get to it.
What have you done? It's all good. We had a small technical glitch. It's all fine now.
No.
And nothing to see here. It's very exciting.
No, it's
all good. So yeah, the secrets are going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and we'll get into more details in another Twitch.
But we always said that when as the game gets richer and fuller and more content comes out and there's different ways of acquiring it, we wanted a way that enables a fairer distribution of potentially the perk system to everyone if you play the game. So yeah, we'll have more details on that moving forward. It's getting closer and closer in our mind. Have we got any plans to put that in the PTB at some point, or?
It might. I'm not sure.
We'll wait and see with that.
For sure, there's going to be analytics about it. Even though you don't see anything, we're going to take some data about it so that we can balance this correctly before it gets out.
Absolutely.
And last point I have on my list is games are so fast.
Why are they so fast?
Oh my god, they're so fast. Yeah. So there's a wall, an imaginary wall in the office where I imaginary painted in black letters a while ago, games are too fast. So we are aware that games are going at a ludicrous speed. And we, on the design side, again, we are working on this, let's say, issue. Because that's not something that we want.
Well, I think also, we had a target time that we'd liked our games to be, 6 to 8 minutes or longer, was a goal.
8 minutes average or longer.
Yeah, exactly. So it was, and the more we play it, the more we see how the games play out. And again, like, we don't want 8-minute games with the wrong behaviors or 28-minute games with the wrong behaviors. So as we fix a lot of the gameplay behaviors, we get a better indication of what makes a good game, what makes a fun game for everyone involved. And then we can adjust the game appropriately to be approximately that distance, although why I die in the first 20 seconds is still an unknown.
Same here.
There you go. That was the last point.
Oh, well, should we look at the prototype?
Yeah, we shall.
So, I thought it would be fun, although I'm sure some other people would like very serious answers to very serious questions right now, but we'll take a few minutes just to look back in time, especially on the when we're talking about like balancing the game and how it happens, to a video I took, I don't even know how long ago, a couple of years ago now at least, of a very early version of the prototype, which will take you through a little bit about the history of the game and how it's changed. You'll see a lot of similarities. If you look carefully at the video, you'll see all kinds of things that are in the game, how they came. Anyway, just roll the video and then I guess I'll talk over it. That is dramatic. Let's see if we can get that back up in a minute.
Still not my fault.
No? Are you sure it's not your fault, Paul? Did you put that on the file, in the thing? You want to try again? See if it works? And if it doesn't, then I guess it'll just be black. Oh, well, let's not look at the prototype ever then. That's decided. It's just not going to work. That's the usual fun that we have doing this. Next point on the list, Dave. Maybe we'll get it up at some point.
There's nothing else, so we just have to stop talking and wait.
Just talking and
Elevator
talking.
music.
Maybe we could put that first video back on with the song.
The Berry Family?
Yeah,
Christ, the
maybe
Berry
again.
Family.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do it.
But if that played, who knows why this one doesn't play?
Yeah. Okay, well, while this is maybe going to be fixed, part 3 is usually game changes.
Okay. We could talk about some game changes. I mean, it's all linked.
I just have one point here, and there are infinites. Hey, infinites again. Mm-hmm. What is pretty cool is that right now, Stefan and Walker, level designer and game designer, are working on some famous infinite spots, and we have several fixes coming to them quite soon, actually. So that's going to be exciting. So new changes are underway for this specific issue. Will we catch them all? Not on the first, on the third, fifth try or something. I mean, we're still gonna find others, and you'll point them to us. That's for sure. There you go. So these are game changes that are coming quite soon.
Yeah, I think that's it, and we're committed to continue to work towards this and the hook camping until we get it right.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe go to some questions.
Yeah, take some questions.
Okay, so I want to try something. Like, we have very interesting questions that have been selected from the Steam forum post. They're a part of the week. Now, if you want to ask more about questions that we're going to talk, please add it to the chat. I'll check it once in a while so that we can add more info. In no particular order, you go like.
Okay, so let's see. In a previous stream, it was mentioned that the point system would be adjusted for this current season. Currently, there have been only a couple of adjustments.
Yes.
And that is the end of that.
I think I broke Dave.
What? I selected this question.
You knew that. Number one question.
Okay. No. So it's yes. So we did talk about that at some point in a season, not next season. Like in a season, at some point there would be a big changes to how the scoring works and how ranking works. That's still in. We're still working on that. We're not ready just yet. So for this season, and I don't know how much time it's going to take, but for now it's going to be score changes here and there. And yes, I'm aware that there have been some things nerfed in terms of points. Actually, I think it's another question, so I'll wait.
Okay. You want to grab one?
Yeah. Can you explain to us the reason for all of the survivor point nerfs?
See? I knew.
See? There it is.
I knew it was coming.
Can you explain it, Dave?
Yeah.
Why do you nerf all the points on the survivors?
Yeah, well, we give point based on a challenge of how you have to use an item. So, for example, flashlight was quite difficult to use. It gave a fair amount of point. We also give points based on the importance of the action. So, saving someone off a hook is difficult and important, so it gives more points. Escaping, obviously, will give some points. So why did we reduce the points for the map, for the flashlight? Well, for these reasons. We don't want like survivors to use a map only to farm points. We want them to use the map strategically. The reason to bring a map is to use the map.
And the points are supposed to be a reward for good play, not for the sake of earning points, which I mean, I get it. It makes sense, right? You want to earn points. We give you a progression system based on it. You're going to want to earn the points that you can get.
Absolutely. So because that's the main reason I get from the community is that because the game is such a grind, you would use these things to be able to farm points I don't know. In my mind, it doesn't sound like a lot of fun. So I prefer fixing the progression rather than give points for items like this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there you
go. Will you redesign or update the final scoreboard?
So I guess this is the tally. Are we gonna
I'm guessing that.
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
I think so.
I think that at some point all of our piece of menus will have updates as the game is updated too.
We have no immediate plans on that regard in the next.
For the tally, no. I got some.
Do you know what specifically the concern was there?
Absolutely not. That was the question. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So it'd be good to find out what is it people want. I mean, we've talked in the possibility in the future of having more in-depth leaderboards or understanding of your position of where you are and what you're doing. The information, of course, information could always be better explained. It's a never-ending piece of string, so that's definitely an option. But I wonder what was specifically driving that desire to have a better end-of-game leaderboard.
Yeah. So as an example, not the tally, but the loadout is about to have some changes to it.
Yes, it
which
is.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about.
That'd
It's
be
gonna
good.
it's gonna be good. Yeah.
You want to try the video again? Are you ready? Oh, let's give it a go.
Let's try that again.
Yay!
Yeah.
And magic happened. So this was, as I said, like a long, long time ago, and it shows our first network version of the game when we had it up and running. We had an offline version even before this, and in the 6 months building up to this, where we had 1v1, and then we had a version which had multiple lives in as well. But this is the first time we were ever really running around and exploring the different types of levels and shapes that we might want to consider doing. You'll see there's a couple of different ones in here. Again, you can see the first idea of the killer. You can see that it was always third versus first. Even the stain on the front of the killer was in at this point. We use very, very loose metrics for the generators and the windows. But you'll see even like as part of prototyping, just how many of the elements remained in the final game. Obviously, there were things we tried out that were more ambitious, like leaping from rooftop to rooftop, having drop-ins and holes, all kinds of stuff. Even this giant junkyard car maze. I mean, there's elements of it all over our game, wherever you look. Even at this point, the meat locker concept was here. In this case, there were multiple entrances and exits to it. It was before we really mastered the basement. We even tried out some early iterations on VR, which is something that's cool and we'd love to be able to return to at some point. This is just a real throwback to a different time. It's before the maps even were procedural. It was a simple layout. We had this building in the middle, and really set all our parameters for what we wanted to do. I mean, things changed obviously huge amounts, but a lot of the things are the same. Even to the running footsteps here, you can see at his feet were very precise. The killer's information of how he hunts. All these elements go right back in the day. He was trying to infinite there even at the time.
That killer was super scary.
Yeah, he moved at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
It's like a giant rabbit, bear.
He has a rabbit mask. He's an actual giant rabbit.
Yeah.
Super Mario trees.
Yeah, they were cool. But that's even like the width of the trees that we have in our game now. I mean, they altered and changed, and we did bend on some of the metrics eventually, but even the width of the trees are based around the width of these original prototype trees that we did. We've got some other videos of later prototypes that we might show you on later Twitches, so you can see how the game developed over the course of time. But that'll be for later. It'd be cool if people like this.
Mm-hmm. Junkyard already, barricades.
Oh, my eyes. Yes.
Oh, Farshid will be happy.
He will be, won't he? He's famous now.
So, got a question about ranking.
All right.
Are there any planned changes to the ranking system at all?
Absolutely. So, like we've discussed before, our ranking work and our scoring work is going to change at some point. I prefer early than late. One of the big change is decoupling scoring from ranking. So that's coming.
That's a big one. I think that's going to be really an interesting change.
It's going to be beneficial for most of the behavior we don't want to see in the game comes from scoring, farming.
It's farming.
Farming
and it's hard because and I totally understand why people want to farm.
Absolutely.
Like it makes sense, but I think when you link them together, it becomes this unchangeable thing that creates an issue in the way we want people to play.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
Is it possible, Dave, to implement a system where the killers can close the hatch for a minute or two before it reopens to spice the game up a little and allow them to search around a survivor instead of having to camp it?
So, did we plan anything for the hatch?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Another thing that we want to tackle at some point So yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
More interaction in the hatch to avoid the camping. That would be ideal.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a really interesting thing to continue working on. It's an area that we could do with adding a little bit more spice, I believe is the technical term
Yes.
now.
Let's see.
When will anti-camp mechanics be implemented? They were on the test server, but for whatever reason, you
Yeah. Well, we
decided.
did.
Oh, we now doesn't say we. Oh no, I guess the royal you being that makes sense. Sorry, Dave. You decided not to implement it. That is correct. We did decide not to implement it. We had a conversation, and we were not comfortable with the final result we had. It could have worked. We could have put it in and seen what happened, but with the other changes we added that day, we didn't feel, or I certainly didn't feel, as my point to the discussion of that we had a guaranteed go candidate.
No,
would
it was
you
it
go
was
with
only
that?
like a partial. It's one mechanic out of the bigger solution out of camping, I'd say.
And it could have been good. It could have been good. I mean, it could just work, but it doesn't feel like, even at this point, or it could have been terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Well, to everyone. Meanwhile, to everyone that camps, I'd say, please don't.
Go
The
on.
game is so much fun if you just let them escape. You'll make points. You're gonna progress faster as a killer. You're gonna have fun. Survivor are gonna have fun. I mean, should just be better for everyone.
I forgot it, but we might as well just charge into this one,
Yeah.
which I can't find the actual one, but it said, will you just categorically tell us whether or not camping is okay?
No.
You were trying to implement anti-camping mechanics, so I have to ask, what is your vision of camping in the game? Is it really one-sided, killer camping hook, or survivors camping near a hook should be punished too? Is killer supposed to be punished for ensuring his prey dies? Is he supposed to be punished for ensuring his prey dies? I'm sorry for paraphrasing, you may have said that much calmer. It just felt like I should inject some
You have to
passion
all
into the
read them very, very calm.
You're right, I'm going
Yeah.
to go back and
Yes.
read it much calmer.
Everybody's really calm and polite.
They are. That's why we're reading their question.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so is it okay to camp? We have said before that it is a strategy, and it is. The fact, though, is that how the game is implemented right now, it's possible to entirely block survivors, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun.
It
And
really isn't.
and yeah, I do think that it's important to patrol the hook.
Yeah.
Like if you go away, you might, and you tank a survivors around, you might want to stay a little bit, but that's it. Then just go do something else. And again, every time they're taken off the hook, you get the chance to put them back again. Some
Yeah.
more points,
And speeds up there.
It speeds up the sacrifice sequence, and it will, often happen. So that's it.
I mean, I see camping, obviously. It's common. I get it again. It's like points farming. It's a strategy that we offer. It's there. But I see less and less of it. That's by no means to say it doesn't occur. Of course it doesn't. I understand the reasons for people wanting
I
to
do it all the time. All the time.
For what?
God damn it! Damn it!
You're not helping us.
And sort of rage camp.
The
Well,
rage
but
camp.
that's it. Like, I
So,
mean,
like,
it
rage
only
camp is
takes
a thing.
it only takes someone rage camping a few times to make it feel like everyone's rage camping all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But you can see it. You can actually feel the frustration of the killer sometimes, and they're like right up in your face, like, "I will not move. I will not move."
Can you remove some pallets on the maps? There's way too many on every map, and it's really hard to chase survivors.
I'm guessing that's
Exact.
coming from a killer.
I'm guessing too.
Yeah.
And some maps are famous for having a lot of pallets, and
Well,
it's a new thing. Also, we never change these things, but now pallets are a thing. Like everybody's like, oh my god, the pallets! Like it's a thing now. It's a trend. Are we going to do something about pallets? Yes, we're going to do something interesting,
Yes,
which
we are.
is put them more into the procedural aspect of the game. So Walker came with this great idea,
Yeah.
which is basically just to put them in the procedural rules so that they're not necessarily always there. So we could potentially put more in the levels, but then the procedural system would pick the ones that make sense and place them accordingly so that there's always one for the survivor to use, but there's not too many in the same zone.
Or maybe there will be. But
Well,
goal
it
will
depends
not
on
be.
the rules that we decide.
Exactly, but I think what the behavior as a killer that makes me upset from this point of view is that I feel like when you're playing someone of a higher rank or a better player than you, which is normally pretty obvious pretty quickly, and by this behavior where even despite the procedural system in the game, they understand exactly which tile has what on it, and they go from pallet to pallet, which even the procedural system is supposed to mitigate that to some situation. But we know some tiles, you'll learn and understand the mine or any of the buildings, and you'll understand where the pallets are there. And then the other recognizable tiles and where the pallets are can be quite clear. And when it becomes just that race to exactly the same thing, it's not the equivalent of an infinite at all, because you can smash the pallet and then the game is live. But in that time, it can be the difference between getting one or two people, and it just plays back into that need to want to hold on to the one you have and not let that one go and rage camp.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some famous spots for this. We know the asylum is one, the junkyard. There's some very interesting pallet sequence you can do there. And same thing goes for Jungle Gym. Jungle Gym is the same kind of fix, basically. So things need to be shaken so that they are more integral part of the procedural system.
And I think that's going to be a thing moving forward as well, as our upgrade of our procedural system to become more interesting in ways that we want it to be, without giving away anything that's coming up. That we will start introducing new procedural elements as well into the maps that add more variety in how you're going to play. We want it to be that learning the map was always supposed to be something that was very meta, and like eventually you'd work out tiles and what they are. But we're at that point now.
Yeah,
people do. They know exactly what the tiles are and where the maps are. The procedural is beginning to become less and less important, and we want it to become more and more important. So as we discover that people use these things based on knowledge and safety, then we'll continue to add procedural to the system schema. Like, for example, the window blocking is a classic example of that.
Yeah.
Like, there was a system where you knew where every single window was and how to go through every single one, and that was a thing that was actually happening. And then we added the blocking, and you don't know. You have to go and learn and make a plan. So that's going to be cool.
Okay, so this is a rough one. Why did you release a buggy patch on Friday?
Yeah,
it's already happened twice.
Yeah, I thought it was a great question. And why did we release the patch on Friday? We got excited. We had to. Things happen like this, and it's not something that we've expected. Like this problem with the lobby.
Yeah.
We just didn't expect it. And yes, it should have been made on a Monday probably, so that we could be here to actually fix the things.
I think that's something we've learned probably twice.
It is now written as a tattoo on everybody's chest.
Well, it's not on an invisible wall. Let's put it like that. So we'll try to do better next time. I mean, obviously we try and test things as much as we can. If you tested every patch to the level of final game, it will be months before each patch came out. So we do our best. We will try not to patch on a Friday, giving a weekend a gap between being able to hotfix it. But we try and react.
There you go.
Don't ask that question again. That made me upset.
Okay, sorry. It won't happen again.
No, I'm not as upset as the players got.
Are there any plans for increasing the punishment to both survivors and killers for disconnecting mid-game?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was banning someone.
Yeah,
I'm banning someone. You're impolite. I'm banning you.
Oh, that's powerful. Are you going to punish players more for disconnecting mid-game?
Are we going to punish more? Yeah, okay. I see the comment. We see a lot of disconnection again, and we did say in the past that if our first solution didn't work, we would have to punish more and escalate. So will it happen? Well, probably yes. The thing though is that we prefer putting our effort on positive content right now than this, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, exactly. Will there be more maps to come, and are they free? There will be more maps to come, and they will be free.
Oh.
So I think we said a while back, but just to reiterate that statement, the maps will be free for everyone. Yeah. So that's our plan. That's what we've done so far, and that's what we have every intention of doing moving forward. Maps are free. Enjoy them. Have fun. If you've got the game, you'll play the map. Go on, Paul. Give us a question.
I have a pen if you want to mark the ones you've.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand now.
No, because it's confusing on paper.
How about another gameplay one? We've done the hatch. Have you considered reworking skill checks to be more difficult? Skilled survivors who can land great skill checks consistently are able to quickly power generators and end games quickly. Perhaps a change to make them potentially troublesome to all survivor skill levels.
So yes, this is actually something that we've changed this week on the internal build. We've played with skill checks. It is clear that when we've released the game, it was the proper difficulty for starting player, and then the skill check never evolves. It's always the same. So obviously you get used to it, and then everybody gets it all the time, no problem, and it makes that the game go that much faster because you can have a much quicker generator repair, obviously. So it's something that we've tried here. There's different things to do with it, but in I really feel like we need this to scale up with your skill level.
I have an idea.
Well,
I'll
you
tell
do.
you afterwards, yeah.
Okay, exciting.
It's a good one. It's probably impossible, but like many ideas. So we do a live whiteboard session with the Twitch.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Are you happy with the current speeded
That's
up
true.
recovery
That's a word.
system
Oh.
on survivors who are in a dying state?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I wasn't.
I think so too.
I am now. No, I quite like it now. I've noticed more actual attempts by people to build up their recovery, and I've recovered, and I've been saved, and I felt good about it.
Yeah, you actually have a chance to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a massive increase, but it feels good now. Like it feels like it's sort of in the right place. Like it's not just a guaranteed gimme. You're going to have to make a decision as to whether you want to crawl or whether you want to recover, or whether you're going to crawl and recover, which is the double time. So there's a good set of balances, and it seems to work quite well. And I think once people understand the likelihood that someone now is more likely to try and recover, then I think we're going to see more saves. But it does require people to understand the system, which I think will take a little bit of time before it all filters through to all those other people who don't rescue people.
Yeah.
And don't want the points for that. Just pointing it out. Come save some people.
Next question.
Yes. While I fully realize it's out of your hands, do you have any update on the family share DLC issue? Not for free DLC, paid ones unable to share. I saw this in a Facebook message yesterday as well.
Yeah, I actually checked with Stefan, our lead engineer, on this issue because we're communicating with Steam. So how it works, it's a Steam thing, it's a Steam policy. If it's a free DLC, it won't be family shared. That's just a thing. It's a Steam thing. So if you want it to happen, I guess put pressure on Steam. I don't know why it's like that. Then anything like customization that goes into your inventory cannot be shared. So paid DLC like the 80s suitcase cannot be shared because it's inventory that is attached to your account. Now, killer DLC, for example, that would be shared if it's not free. That would go into the Steam normal policy of things.
So it's complicated, is what you're saying.
It's complicated.
And it's not being fixed anytime soon. That's just the facts, right?
It's just the fact. Like it's a Steam thing. Like we have we have no control over this. There.
So there you go. That's fine. Do balance one. Any balance questions? Have you done balance questions yet?
No.
The ones who played Killer wanted to get the Killer buffed. However, in your last stream, you said you can see the stats and that the Killers are balanced and survivors are not OP. However, you also showed us the stats from different Killers and the nurse was not particularly better than the other ones. But you still nerfed her after hearing the survivors crying about... I have to try and put some emotion into that. After hearing about the survivors crying about the nurse being OP. Why?
Also very interesting. So what happened with the nurse is that we went deeper into the analysis of it. of that character, and some very specific builds and way to play with the nurse was quite powerful. So
Yeah.
that's why there has been some changes to her. That is all.
It's possible we make generalizations without looking at specific things from time to time as well. Like we could say something that is generally not true whilst still being specifically true in 12% of the situation.
Yes.
I know. I'm sorry if we did that.
Yes, going deeper.
Oh.
That's the thing. It's a thing now.
We'll need to launch an investigation perhaps.
Okay, so Halloween is coming.
Is it?
Yes, it is, and it should be our special Christmas. So, are you planning some great things for us?
Well, Christmas
Are we?
and Halloween are two things, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, but it's the Dead by Daylight Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see.
that is
See
true.
what it
I'm so
means.
European. It's not a huge thing, but it matters. Anyway, Paul, you gonna answer
Things,
that?
yeah. Things are definitely on the way, and I can't get into detail, but
I wouldn't go into details. Don't say soon.
things are on their way.
It has to be. Halloween is soon.
Oh, I'm so confused. What is happening? There's a thing.
The holiday.
Right.
Yes.
Halloween.
Right.
It's coming
Yeah.
soon.
Is it a holiday?
It is.
Okay, cool.
It
And-
is. It's
and-
important. So
and it's
yeah.
coming. No, that's
Yeah.
true. That's what it is. It wasn't
Yeah.
a question. It was just Halloween is coming.
It's
That's what it
yeah.
said.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah.
be on the lookout.
Well, we'll have some fun, I'm sure. At the very least, it'll be a very fun day.
Next question.
Okay.
There's another page.
There's another
That's
page.
It's a short one.
Why every survivor have so much outfits and killers have zero?
Oh, I think probably this is my fault. Well, the answer is because that is the order of things. We know killers need more outfits, but we have a lot of survivors, and in the schedule of things, we decided to make some more survivor outfits very quickly. And have some fun with them. We felt with 4 characters in the lobby, we needed as much differentiation as possible. So that we didn't just always see the same 4 Jakes standing next to each other, and it was always felt that we needed to improve that side of it so that the lobbies looked good. I mean, obviously it's worth bearing in mind that every decision we make is always kind of backdated by a few months, so by the time we get to a point, like, it's not like no one's turned around and said, oh, why haven't we got more? We know that the killers needed some love, that's why we added the killer weapons in for free, but it is still certainly the case that the killers need more love.
Yeah.
So we are
There.
aware the killers need more love. So hopefully they'll get it.
There you go.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm out of coffee.
You need more coffee.
Bad news.
It's bad news. Is there any chance we could get the loadout, settings, daily rituals, buttons interactable during game search?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm. So that while you're searching for 2 hours or less, now that it's fixed,
How did it
partially,
take like 8 minutes? Eight
you can
seconds?
actually look at your stuff. I
Yeah,
think that would be
I
quite
completely agree. I
interesting.
think that would be really good. I think it's important. We should try and find a way to make that happen.
Mhm.
Outside of some colossal technical problem, which it always sounds good for me.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's it. Yeah, we'll come back to the team this. No.
Don't do that. What have you done? What have you done? It can't be done. It's impossible.
That's why we don't promise.
Yeah. Or say soon.
Okay. Next.
What's next? Keeping the game peer-to-peer rather than server-based will keep the community alive long after release, though there are security concerns. Will you let survivors at least specify a maximum ping they'll accept from the killer? I get this problem. I mean, it's becoming one of our big problems at the moment,
Yeah.
our big remaining issues.
And part of the team is working on it. There's a solution that's going to be put in the game, even though you're not going to see it. We're going to have some analytics about it. It's just a way to validate the region and to validate the ping and to integrate this in the matchmaking. So you won't have to choose which one you want to fight against, but the matchmaking in the lobby is going to pick up a game that makes more sense for you and that the ping actually makes sense. So that should be interesting as well, and should fix the problem of laggy killers.
Yeah, it should. So
because of
rather
region.
than introduce a whole lot of filter settings at the beginning, we'll try at least to begin with to incorporate it into the entire matchmaking system so it's seamless, but still the ping should be better across the board when we do this. The bigger goals to issues like this, because it's whether or not it's ping, it's bound to be something else in a couple of months after we fix ping, and then something else and something else and something else. I mean, we are looking at ways to slowly improve all these systems to try and make it a better experience for everyone. They are long-term goals for us to try and get the network stability across the board better, whether it's security or better ping or better frame rate or whatever it is. So like they are long-term goals for us, and we'll continue to work on them long into the future.
It's a constant battle, just like with performance and general bug fixing and balance.
Last but not least, could you please add a random perk mode where survivor and killer get random perks for a game?
Would
I'd
love that.
That would be amazing.
That
So it
would be amazing.
Shake up the meta a bit. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, I guess, you know, you can approach this from like, it's the usual thing. I've got this pool of players, and these people like this, and this. Everybody likes something, but like, you know, I certainly feel in my, you know, low to average play style that some kind of just pure experience of Dead by Daylight in its raw form would be great, but we don't want to split the community. We don't want to create a new mode. We like, well, we don't mind being open to all these things. It's just going to take us some time to get there. But the idea of this kind of thing sounds incredibly entertaining.
Absolutely, yeah. So there, hope it answers the question. Yes. So that was the last question? That's all of them?
That's it.
I think we answered all the questions.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we got a few minutes to go around the web.
So just ask question then on the chat if you want. We still have 10 minutes.
We have around the
yes.
web to do.
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
do have that. Let's do that.
Let's do a quick one, then we'll come back for some quick questions. So this is lots of things Matt put up that I have no idea about. So
Well, I know
I'm
about that
guessing
one.
what that is.
Yeah. So this is it's an actual shirt that's been made, just like Meg's shirt.
You
from
can see the
Bug.
door for scale.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. Do we have? Can we give them? We can't
salty
give.
infinite tears.
Can't give credit to these people. I don't know who the files are.
No, but they will be on the YouTube link, I think.
Okay.
Do we usually link
Yeah,
them?
we do
There
that
you go.
sometimes.
Okay, cool. We'll put all the credits on the YouTube link. Sorry for not having that here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
of course. It's amazing. This is amazing. This cosplay is great. I'm not even sure. Did we find out who actually posted these? I think I was told that by Matt. He said we don't know who did this. If you
Yeah,
wanna
I
tell
have
us
the
who-
actual.
You do.
I have the name. Yeah.
That's great.
I have the actual name.
That's great because these are fantastic. So well done. This is. Oh, axe in head. More and more. Lovely white void.
It was cool. I like that one. Very nice. Yeah, that one. I just saw that one, and I think it's crazy.
That's the
Crazy good
mask,
work.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really well done. Oh, I just played against the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Very good stuff, as always.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I'm sure we decided that was... Well,
Let's see.
that's great. Whatever it is.
We're back. A lot of
Do you want to
raids.
just do the final video, actually, if of course it plays? Then this is an amazing 3D printed weapon of the raid that someone put up on Reddit. I thought I'd just grab the images and put them Yes, it's actually building that. It's insane. Building and be super talented and make amazing things.
Look at that.
So as of this post now, it doesn't seem like this weapon is quite finished yet. It's amazing, but I can't wait to see it in its final form.
It's getting there.
Good job.
We missed one. We missed one question.
Is it
What
about 3D printers? I don't know.
No. It's what is the average blood points earned per game for killer and survivor?
Oh yeah,
11K?
I did check that just before we came here.
Yeah.
It's 11K for survivors and 12K for killers. But this is the median, so it's the average. That's it. Answers the question. So everybody should pip. Yay. Most of the time.
So yeah, fire us some questions on the feed, and we'll answer whatever you've got in the last few minutes we've got.
5 minutes.
Go.
Console.
I own one. We are hopefully going to be working in that direction. We'll keep you posted if we have any information on that, but that will be a lovely thing to do. We always said if we do well enough that we'll try and do it. With any luck, we will do it. So I will keep you informed.
It's going so fast.
Okay, everyone stop writing so fast. Yeah, but
What
I
is
think
Paul's favorite
everyone lost their
cheese?
ears for some reason
Yeah.
in the last one, but that's sorry.
Will we see more cinematics like the introduction? Could happen.
Could happen.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it is a possibility.
Who is voice actor for our characters?
For all our characters.
Yeah.
Paul, who are our voice actors?
Do you know?
Do you have
I
the
do not
information?
know.
No.
I do not know.
No,
that.
but I was introduced to one the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that." That's interesting. Like, we had so many variations. I was one for a while, but
Oh, I see.
but not. No, I didn't make the final game. I didn't make the cut. My death screaming was not deemed sufficient for an adequate Jake.
It didn't sound real enough. It wasn't
But
authentic.
no, we tried a lot of people. I'm fairly certain they all work in the company. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain they all work internally. So some might be in the team, some might be from other teams, but it's interesting. So that's yeah.
Shit.
Will then be new interactable map objects, like traps that will be spread across the maps that could help killers and survivors. I'm not entirely sure how that would work, but like in its specificness. But will there be other interactable items in the game?
Yes, eventually.
Yep, I
Yes,
think so.
eventually. Just like, will there be other objectives? Will
Yep,
there be
same thing.
secondary objectives? Will there be more things to do?
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Eventually. When controller sensitivity come to the game, in time. Again, it's all about priority. I understand it can be a high priority for you, but with all the tasks that we have and a few members of the team, we have to decide on what's more important.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do this. I couldn't do that, for example. So there. New game modes, I've talked about that. Crafting is something that we talked about too,
Yeah,
and I'd like that. Some sort of crafting or trading or something like that. Can you please give code? No code today.
No codes today.
Some people are requesting for access to stats. There's a lot of reason why we cannot share stats. Some sensitive numbers, some information. So
And
it would
also
take-
the like in order to share stats accurately, we'd need to be 100% sure our stats were accurate all the time. So if one week we gave out some stats and we hadn't noticed that our own data tracking had lost a day or two, it's not necessarily the best indication. So
No.
like whereas we get to see them over a huge period of time,
Yeah.
we can check and verify and double check, and you know it is a big drain on resources checking stats. We do them for the gameplay balance, and we try and share those as and when we do, but you know.
If you have a specific stat in mind, please ask the question and we'll
Yeah,
get it for
absolutely.
you.
If you want to know something for next week, then we'll
Yeah.
try and look it up.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. It's time.
It's time.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's fast.
we're at the goodbyes. Don't cut off too
no,
soon.
No. I want to say thank you to Paul
Hey,
for coming on today
great being here.
and saying hi.
Love it.
Thank you to Bjorn.
Thank you to Bjorn. Thank you, Bjorn.
Yay.
That's awesome.
He's the guy at the back. He's doing all the
he's
things.
17 feet tall.
So wait, don't forget TwitchCon. Matt will be there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, New York Comic Con. If you're there, we'd love to see you. And see ya.
Yeah. Bye-bye,
Don't forget
everybody.
to follow.
Follow.
All right. Ciao.